Hey guys, can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me real quick. Let a few more people come in. Now I can't show myself on camera because my camera doesn't work on my laptop, so it gives me a little no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So just let everybody get in here, get all cozy, get your snacks, your drinks. Um and we'll get started. Let me see. I have my littles here, so what in the world? Well, I get that stupid notification too. I thought I turned it off. Alrighty, so the topic for today is going to be about Mr. Takeoff. Um, I've been listening to their music for a while. I had some favorite jams that'll just get you up and out of your seat. Um, my most favorite is probably um, let's see, I think it's called. Let me get it for a second. I don't want it to automatically play, but let me get the right title for it. Oh my god. Sorry if y'all hear that in the background. Okay, here we go. My favorite one is Walk It, Talk It. So I like that song. Don't Judge Me. And Motorsport, Versace was one of my favorite. Fight Night. Oh my god, that would get me jumping. T-shirt, Stir Fry, Slippery, Freak No More. Like most of their songs were all together. Like um, more bangers. It gets you up out your seat. Bad and Bougie, things of that nature. Um, but what really tears me up about all of this is he was only a year older than me. I'm 27, and it bothers me. And there are other people that got injured. Um, yeah, when I hear the Migos, you know, um, it's more like get up out your seat and dance. Um, I don't think it's ever gonna be the same without him, to be honest. Like there might be some hype, but it's not gonna be the same. Like that's like taking NSYNC and taking Justin Timberlake or JC out of the group. It wouldn't be the same. My sincere condolences go out to the families, the friends, the Migos, because they were related in some way. Um, I hate how it happened. Um, Now Houston, Texas has tried to get the crime rate down really low. Um, and Houston is kind of like a big city. So you have your good and your bad. You have your good side, and then you have your bad side. They're not, it's not all rainbows and butterflies out there. I once stayed in San Antonio. Their crime rate was pretty crazy. Um, and even, I mean, you just can't get away from it. Things happen. Um, that's that's and it's really hard to explain in a way because you don't want to say the wrong things. When stuff like this happens, you don't know what to say to the loved ones, except that you know I'm praying for you. I am um, I'm sending my love out to you. That's all you can really say, you know? Um, I think this affects me because this man has so much that he wanted to accomplish. I've watched some videos. I've watched, what's his name? He does the karaoke in the car thing with a lot of celebrities, including like Billie Eilish. Um, he did one with Adele, and he did one with Migos. And the guy just seemed like his aura and his energy was just so calm. And just because they're calm and peaceful doesn't mean they're perfect, you know. But at the same time, his aura was just quiet. Um, didn't didn't come off as, someone who's always in drama or always in the tabloids, or, you didn't see him in any reports. And if you did, it was probably, I guess you can say, a minor thing. Um, Offset is married to Cardi B, and I watched this report, them reporting the incident. These reporters were saying, "Hey, Cardi B's with Takeoff, right?" I wanted to scream through the screen like, "No, she's with Offset. I know my celebrities," and I mean, it's just so heartbreaking. It's so sad to watch somebody who has so much more to live. I mean, he had so many plans. He did interviews where he had plans. Him and I want to say Quavo. I get them confused, so correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to. Um, Either him and Quavo or him and Offset. One of them were doing a duo mixtape. I think they've already dropped it. Or they were going to. And what's so and I'm sorry guys, I'm not looking at chat. I'm trying to think without, um sounding very unsensitive about the topic. But I know two of them were doing, I know Takeoff and one of the others were doing a mixtape together because they had a falling out um, with one of them. So if I get the information wrong, please feel free to let me know. This is this is a really hard topic. Um, I I know a lot of my friends from Texas. Um, I've been meaning to check in on them, make sure they weren't at that party, um, just to make sure they're safe. Um, I know a few were injured. As far as I know, they're okay, but I'm not too sure. What I do have an opinion about is showing this man's, you know, um, body. That is so traumatic, even for those that haven't, witnessed a a deceased person. Um, I hope by now they've taken it down. And if y'all hear a lot in my background, I'm so sorry. Um, they're the kids are playing and the husband's screaming at the video game tonight, and it's really getting on his nerves. But I ran across I had a little bit of help. I wouldn't have found this video if it wasn't for this individual. I call her my manager, of course, because she helps me out whenever I'm working because I do work. So right now I only have time for Saturday lives and things of that nature. And and this girl, she brought up a lot of key points, saying, this is this scenario here is happening way too often, way too much. You know, we don't get to recover from the last person without getting the news again. Yes, Dana, it is. Um, and you know, when are we going to put a stop to it? Because the people need to stand together. Now, I'm not saying, oh, take away the guns. They're not the problem. The people are. People that want to sit here and be, hard asses and say, yeah, I live that life. What's up? Like, no. Get rid of the crazy people. Do a background check. Do whatever you got to do. Get them evaluated. Make sure that they're not crazy, you know. Because a lot of people get these guns or pew-pews, I guess you can say, um, for malicious intent, not so much protection, you know? And it's not fair. It's not fair that we have to go through this again. This is possibly two grieving families. One has to bury their son, their nephew, their brother, their cousin, you know, if I haven't said it, their uncle as well. Whereas the other set have to watch their um, family member get locked up for something that was just a moment to agree to disagree, you know? I I have a sensitive heart and when things like this happen over and over and over, some of them I don't know, like I'm like, I ain't never heard of this person, but then when I go listen to their songs, I'm like, oh, that's who that is. I love this song, you know? It's just not fair. It's really not fair. And I know the rap game's all about, yeah, let me be hard for a second and say all this nonsense and blah, 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 blah. I know. But you got to look at it like this, it's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. It's like when people get on this platform and, we might be a little petty, we might talk our junk, we might say all kind of stuff, but it's all talking, right? Mama. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, that was my invisible children. Just making up stories. Hello, Robert. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I'm literally like just chilling in my chair and just talking. There's never a reason to just pew someone because you don't believe the same things they believe. I would pew if you are an immediate threat to my family. Exactly. Like we need to. With all the violence happening, too many people blame the guns. Why is the guns? It's the guns. Or the pew pews or whatever YouTube wants us to call it. It is what it is. But when will we check to see if the person is in a right state of mind to even like figure out if they're using it for malicious intent or literally have everyone take classes to know the safety and the precautions of using a weapon? But then again, we have to think about it. They can get them off the street. This man If you look at the video, this man wasn't, I don't even think he was the one, if I'm not mistaken, from what I could hear, he was not the one running his mouth. He was not the one arguing. You know what I miss? Whether you were famous or not famous, you could go out and get home safely. You could go out, have your fun, and if a fight broke out, you went home. You didn't like join in, you went home. Or either whenever you went out and you came home, you were safe. It's not fair. Why take someone's life? And reports are saying that it's over a dice game or whatever, and I guess someone lost or they were arguing, whatever the case is. Whatever. It's not worth it. Sorry, my ear was itching. It's not worth it. It's not worth putting your life in jeopardy over something so tiny, so small. You gonna argue, you gonna cuss, you gonna rant, you gonna rave. We can't even go to a movie theater and have fun anymore. How crazy is that? Can't even go out to a movie theater. People are crazy. Now, I'm not saying everybody that owns, their weapon of choice are all crazy. It's the ones that are like, yeah, let me just get this and I'm gonna do this with it tonight and if somebody does this, blah 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 blah. What? 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 Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere's bad. Everywhere's bad. In my rural area, every Friday or Saturday night is crowded, guys. It is real crowded. There's one particular neighborhood, never fails. Someone's ending getting their life ended, unalived. Not sure if that's a real word, but we'll just go with it so that way YouTube doesn't try to say I'm being weird. But people are out here in my little town getting unalived. Probably over dumb stuff, over arguments, over stuff that's not worth it. Over stuff that's not even worth it. Exactly. Nipsey is one of the people in his own neighborhood, not my neighborhood, but in his own neighborhood. Can you imagine? You're going to visit your family. You've been on this great tour. All the fans love you. Now it's time to go home and see my family and see everybody, see how they're doing. Boom. There you go. You can't even go out and have fun anymore because you got to worry about where the exits are or what if something bad happens? When will we feel safe again? That's my question. Because I guarantee when all of this dies down, there's not going to be anything said about it. You know why? Because it's died down. The news isn't fresh anymore. Nobody's going to want to speak up until the next person gets the same thing done to them. That's how I feel. And those that are like looking at every little detail, let the news, let the police handle their job. I know in Texas, they are really good at their job. Really good. Very phenomenal police out there. Phenomenal. You'll be surprised. I've seen their work. They can catch somebody like that. They don't need somebody looking every little second. They're awesome. Seriously. They have a good team. I see all these videos about these rumors. Oh, they found his unaliver. Oh, they didn't. Otherwise, they'd be reporting it. Phenomenal. And I'm sure, Robert, you were one of the best. Because there are some buttholes out there. I've met them in my little area. I've met some buttholes. Big buttholes. But as long as you respect law enforcement, guess what they do? They respect you. When is this going to stop? When another young life is gone? When another famous person is gone, not able to make music anymore, something that they loved? When is this going to stop? Do we have to do a riot? Not at the police station, of course. We're not going to do that. But I mean, seriously. This is going to get old. People are going to get tired. They're already tired. Already tired. I'm tired. Every time I turn around, there's a new one. There is a new celebrity getting unalived over something so silly. Who knows? That might not even be the argument that they were in. We don't know. All we know was whatever the eyewitness said. We don't know. Not enough people speak up because they're like, oh my God, I'm going to get labeled a snitch or tattletale or something. Do what's right. Do what's right. Because I think if an example is made with a lot of people, it'll slow down because nobody wants to go to jail. And if they do, they crazy because I don't want to go there. I do not want to go there. No, that is not my choice of a vacation. No. I want to go to Hawaii. That's where I want to go. Not there. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Spray you with questionable things, and I don't want to find out what it is. So anyway, let's see. So I'm gonna have to pause this and play it and pray to God I don't get struck during the live. I don't know how this is supposed to work, but I do have a fair use claim in my description. Not sure how that will help me, but this girl has some good points. And Y'all let me know if y'all could hear it when I share my screen. Let's see. Put it like this. Share screen. Okay. Tell me easiest with 2 monitors. I don't have 2 monitors. I ain't that rich. I'm broke. Okay. Oh, I know how to do this. This is easy. Okay. I might echo a little bit, you guys. Okay. Alrighty. Y'all see my screen? Asking for a friend. Oh, it's loading. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So I clicked share audio. Let me know if you guys hear it, okay?
All right, guys, so I woke up this morning to the news that rapper Takeoff from the group Migos has been killed. He was killed last night in Houston. And I don't care if you don't listen to rap music, you don't know who this guy is. This story is important. Let's get into it.
Okay. So I'm going to pause that real quick. From what I can tell, she is there any kind of echo or anything like that? Oh yeah. So I seen a short of this video and I was like, that's too short. So I went digging and I found the full video. I figured it'd be nice to share with you guys. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear it. It's not too loud or anything like that, right? Oh, yay! 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 I'm so happy. This is my first time screen sharing, so I feel like a big YouTuber. Okay, okay. Awesome. Alrighty. So let's get into it.
All right, so sort of sad news story today, without a doubt. So rapper Takeoff from the group Migos was fatally shot last night in a bowling alley in Houston, Texas. We don't know yet. Not all the details are out yet. It was just basically released.
And just so y'all know, she as she stated, she had let's see, she posted this the day that they announced it. You know, about the news and everything. It's really heartbreaking. It looks like it's choppy from my end, but can y'all see it as clear as I can by chance? Because it looks like it's a little choppy over here. I'm looking at my live. Okay, I just want to make sure because it looked kind of like it was moving in slow motion on my end. Okay, perfect. Glad I know I got the good internet, guys. And I hope I'm gonna show you lots of love, Miss. I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. I think it's Amala or Amala. Shout out to you. Um, I'm giving credit where it's due. If it wasn't for your video, I would not be playing it right now. But I am trying to make it where I won't get struck. So please, show kindness. Don't get me. Okay.
this morning that he had even died. Some are saying it's over a squabble over a dice game that was happening at this bowling alley at 2 a.m. He was shot at around 2:30 in the morning and is now dead. So we've had a woman take to the internet who stated that she was there and said this rapper Takeoff, who has been known to be sort of semi-introverted, quiet, reclusive about details in his life, was just sitting minding his own business with his own group of friends when a squabble broke out. He had stood up during this altercation and was shot and was not responsible for this, according to this young woman's account. I don't know, but we will go with what we have so far, and she has substantiated that she was there. Regardless of what led to this death, let's talk about not only a pervasive culture of gun violence within the rap community and in Black culture, but this problem that just continues to grow and fester and very few people are addressing. Luckily, we do have somebody who's addressing it. I'm gonna get to that video at the end of this. I think it's the most important message that so many young people need to hear. So we will have that at the end of this video. But
so, like I've mentioned, there's, it's not just him, it's multiple rappers that are getting this, this sad ending. It's not just, it's not just happening in the rap community. It's also happening to young people. Okay. And I got her pause on an awkward moment, but it's not just happening to rappers. It is happening to it, whatever you categorize it as, the hood or however you categorize it, any rural area, even in, can happen in a good neighborhood. You never know. But it's mind blowing of all of this happening one by one. And she's gonna get into that. You as well, Caddy. Thank you for stopping by, my love. And we'll get into that as the video progresses. I'm not gonna show much of it, but I'm gonna show the most important aspects of this video that I agreed with and all that good stuff. Like where she's explaining and everything, and she drops a list of rappers and things of that nature, some that were spoken of in this chat here. So here we go.
this guy died senselessly. And we seem to have a really big issue with senseless violence in this country, and people are just desensitized to it. I mean, there are videos of this young man, 28 years old, his body on the internet, as people are huddled around it, trying to figure out if he's going to survive. And millions of views, people are just watching it and going, rest in peace, rest in peace. It happened to another one. We just expect these things to happen. And I'll be honest, I woke up and I read this story and I said, okay, another rapper dead due to gun violence. That's just what happens. And I had to sit and think and go, no, we have to address this. We have to talk about this. We talk about how politics is downstream of culture. And if there is a cultural problem that we need to address in today's day and age, it is the cultural problem of gun violence. And we can say that's particularly in the Black community. And it seems to be a very clear problem within rap music, but it's a problem all across the board. Although we are going to address Black culture and rap culture in this video today. And I think this tweet from the Houston mayor, who of course is in the city that this happened in, perfectly expresses a problem. Too many young men of color are killing each other, resolving their disputes by pulling their guns and shooting one another regardless of fame or fortune. Crazy. And in a few seconds, a life is gone. Families and friends are left grieving. Now, Takeoff is huge, massively famous, part of this group Migos, a millionaire, known very...
Now she's about to get into the very many rappers that have met their unaliving to the same violence. So just want to put that out there for you. What's to come up next? She is. I know I'm stopping a lot, and that's a little annoying, but I just don't want to get the almighty strike. So just bear with me. All right.
very well for his rap music and his place within this group, and he has died. It doesn't matter how much fame, fortune you garner, how much success, as long as you entrench yourself in an environment like this that is conducive to you losing your life over a trivial matter, it is going and possibly going to happen. And when we think about this problem, particularly with rappers, I mean, I made a list this morning of people that I could think of off the top of my head who are rappers that have died, I don't know, within the past 5 years. You got Takeoff, who died last night. Pop Smoke, fatally shot. PNB Rock, fatally shot here in Los Angeles, not even a few months ago, because he posted on Instagram where he was, and somebody rolled up, wanted to rob him, and shot him dead in front of his girlfriend and her baby. Nipsey Hussle, shot dead. Young Dolph, shot dead. XXX, shot dead. And I don't care if you don't like him or what he stands for or what he's done in the past, which is horrific. Shot dead, part of the rap community. Meg Thee Stallion, who is still alive, but shot by another rapper in her foot. Not that long ago at all. So you look at every other genre of music, you don't see artists being shot dead just in the street senselessly or in bowling alleys at 2:30 in the morning. It's happening within rap music. And I know this leads a lot of people to say, well, the music is the problem. This is the root of it. But there are so many people all across the United States who are listening to rap music and not going out and senselessly killing people, not starting to do drugs or engage in prostitution or all these different things, and they're listening to rap music. But clearly there's a correlation there. But there's also culture. And it's...
So, as you know, she went through a list of rappers. One was a couple months ago. I don't know who he is, but I'm pretty sure if I listen to his music, I'm like, oh, I know now. He sings one of my jams. But she had a list. One of them turned out to be okay, thank the good heavens, but a lot of people didn't make it, and that's so sad. And she's about to get into the culture and what it's all about. Okay. All right, JJ, I love you too. All right, let's see.
Seems to be within Black culture that it is incentivized to engage in this activity. Not all of Black culture, but in a subset of it. It is expressed that you should engage in this sort of activity, and this is what makes you a successful person. This is what makes you look hard. This is what gains you success within the rap community. I can tell you how many young Black children, both men and women, boys and girls, say, I want to be a rapper when I grow up. And do you know what these people are rapping about? They're rapping about gang banging, about sleeping around and being promiscuous, about drug abuse. And they're not rapping about those stories from nowhere, pulling them out of thin air. This is stuff that they've often engaged in. So as a young person going, I want to be that and I want to do that, what do you think you need to do in order to gain credentials in being a rapper? You have to engage in that sort of activity. You have to surround yourself with people who are engaged in that sort of activity at the very least. You got to surround yourself with people who know the community, who are entrenched in it, who can put you on the stepping stones to get successful there. So that's exactly what's happening here. And as I said before, it doesn't seem like Takeoff was invested in the turmoil or the squabble that led to his death. But what environment are you in that needs to be changed in order for something to be done about this? And how desensitized are we as a society to read a story like that and go, just another rapper, which is our experiences that both Taylor and I had this morning, and just...
So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and if you guys want to watch the rest of that video, I'll put her link down in the description box. I promise, to avoid this that little stripe there. All right. I got it. All right, let's see. So we're gonna quit sharing. How do I quit sharing? All right. All right, we're gonna remove that. Remove. Come on, slow computer. No, I don't want to add it. Remove. Sorry, I'm having glitch issues. What is going on? Remove. Alrighty, so I'm sorry, I have kids that want my attention again. Give me 1 second. All right. So I want to share with you his. I'm sorry, guys. Whoever else is in here, my kids have been in my butt for like since the weekend. So there's that. All right. So a little biography for you guys about Mr. Takeoff, and then I will make my outro and say my goodbyes. Where everybody go? I guess everybody had to go to dinner and hang out with family. That's perfectly fine. All right, so 13 things about rapper born in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So his name is Kershnik Kari Ball. Was a rapper professionally known as Takeoff. He was born in Lawrenceville, Georgia, United States. As a hip hop trio, Takeoff and his uncle Quavius, uh, I'm just gonna say K because I don't want to butcher that man's name. Marshall and cousin Offset Kiari Kendrell Cephas were collectively known as Migos. There are 13 more things about Takeoff. So we're gonna learn some fun facts here. In 2008, he started rapping along with Quavo and Offset. They originally performed as a group called Polo Club before changing their name to Migos. On August 5th, blah blah blah. On August 25th, 2011, he, Quavo, and Offset released a mixtape titled Jug Season, which was their first full-length project. On June 1st, 2012, he, Quavo, and Offset released their mixtape No Label. On July 8th, 2013, he, Quavo, and Offset released their debut single Versace, which is one of my favorites. On April 18th, 2015, he, Quavo, Offset, and 12 members of their entourage were arrested in Statesboro, Georgia for possession of Mary Jane and other controlled substances, possession of pew-pews within a school safety zone, possession of pew-pews during the commission of a crime, and possession of pew-pews by convicted felons. On April 20th, 2015, he, Quavo, and 6 members of their entourage were released on bond, while Offset and 6 others remained in custody without bond. On July 31st, 2015, he, Quavo, and Offset released their debut studio album titled Young Rich Nation. On October 28, 2016, he, Quavo, and Offset released their single Bad and Bougie, one of my favorites, featuring Little Uzi Vert. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna. I think his name is pronounced Samir Bizel Woods. Correct me if I'm wrong for the pronunciation. On January 27, 2017, he, Quavo, and Offset released their second album titled Culture. On January 26, 2018, he, Quavo, and Offset released their third studio album titled Culture Chapter 2. On November 2nd, 2018, he released his debut studio album, The Last Rocket. On June 11th, 2021, he, Quavo, and Offset released their fourth studio album titled Culture Number 3. On October 7th, 2022, he and Quavo, as a duo named Unc and Few, I guess that means uncle and nephew, like short terms, released a collaborative studio album titled Only Built for Infinity Links. On November 1st, 2022, he was fatally shot at 810 Billards and Bowling in Houston, Texas, USA, and he was only 28. So those are fun facts. Let's see, is there any more on this page? No. But I figured if I found something that, told you a little bit about um, these individuals, including Takeoff. Again, Takeoff seemed like he was quiet. He didn't really mess with anybody. Not saying he was perfect. Who's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things we don't mean to do. We all have a past. It's up to you to make a better future for yourself. Um, and in closing, I want to say my condolences, my love, my prayers, air hugs, whatever would help um, mend the wounds, scars, heartache. I send all my love, good vibes to young Takeoff, and I do hope his family is doing. Um, I don't want to say doing okay. I want to say I hope they are laughing at the good times. I hope they are finding ways to, I don't want to say cope, but I hope they're finding ways to think about the good outweighing the bad. I hope that they're not crying. They're just thinking about how much of a great soul he was. I hope they're thinking about, anything funny that he did. That's how I get through. This is exactly how I get through. I get through it by saying, "You remember that time so and so did this? That was so funny." That's how I cope with a loss of a loved one. Because at the end of the day, that's still your family, no matter who they were, no matter if they made mistakes along the way, no matter if they got off the right path for just a split second. Please think about Takeoff in your prayers. Um, please send condolences to the families. Send love, all that good stuff. And just if you can find a way to stop the madness or stop, you know, come up with ideas of how we can come together and just stop it all. Because at the end of the day, it's just music. It's just entertainment. It's just fun. It's something that they love to do. Keep that in mind. Some of these rappers, they've probably lived it. I'm not going to tell their life stories. But remember, this is for entertainment. Remember when you're getting in an argument with someone to agree to disagree. Show peace and love. Show grace to those that can't be wise enough to just close the computer, hit the little power button on their phone, exit out of the app, and give it a rest. Show grace. Show love. You know what, man? You're right. We're going to agree to disagree and move on. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope this stream was worth coming to. Sorry I couldn't show my face. I look busted anyway, so I'm kind of glad that the camera don't work. Remember, always be kind. Always show love. Most importantly, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. Those that are watching the replay, you be blessed. It's not worth it. It's not worth the fight. It's not worth the life. Rest in peace. Takeoff. I hope you're dancing and smiling. Until next time, I'm Megs, Spooky, Megan, whatever you like to call me, and this is Spooky History with Megs. I decided to throw the spooky stuff to the side and show my respects to a young gentleman that was a person that every individual looked up to and that they adored. And just my respects, guys. Lots of hearts, Lots of hugs. Have a good evening, and I will see you guys later. Bye.